So I'm sitting here in my house tonight, minding my own business, cooking some sesame chicken for dinner, like you do. And a girlfriend gives me a call, and she's like, "Hey, girl, I have a quick question for you." I was like, "Yes, of course, because I'm a good girlfriend. I will help wherever I can." And she was like, "This is confidential, just between me and you." So I was like, "Of course, it's confidential." And by me and you, I mean you and me and her. I'm not going to use her name. We're going to call her the influencer. And here's why. She is a prominent social media influencer. Okay, cool. She gets out here and she's inspiring people and she wants you to do the right thing and all this other kind of thing. And I'm like, this is wonderful. She's one of these like mommy blogger or whatever you want to call it. She goes on and on about her kids and how wonderful her life is. She's a single parent and she has like faith and strength and she inspires people all over the world. Here's the thing that you don't even realize. She don't have custody of her kids. Now look, yes, you see her driving over to the soccer meet. She's like, yes, I'm on my way to the soccer meet. The part that she's not saying is that she's not going to watch her kids play soccer because she does not have custody of her children and they live in another state. Now, is she going to the soccer meet? She going for the social outing and also to look at them other daddies because she loves to scout a daddy at the soccer meet, but you ain't heard that from me. So look, she says, I have to ask you a question. And I was like, well, ask away, because I'm just making the sesame chicken. I'm waiting for the sauce to come to a boil. And she says, do you know where I can get a test to get, the itchy scratchies in my nether region resolved? Well, first of all, I am a little bit taken aback because what in the world makes you think that I would know where the free clinic is or whatever? I was like, girl, don't you have insurance? Don't you go to your doctor? She's like, I cannot put this on my insurance. What if my job finds out? Because, like most social media influencers, she has a real job where she makes real money, but she does the social media influencer on the side. Okay, fine. And I was like, why would I have this information? Oh, I'm about to choke to death. Why would I have that information? I don't know where you can get your itchy scratchies all fixed up. I don't know. And then she was like, because you know everything. You seem to have a little bit of information about all kinds of things. And then I thought about it and I was like, oh, I do have that kind of information about all kinds of things. Let me think about it. And then I was like, oh, you got to call Heather. She was like, Heather? I was like, because Heather works in the public health sector over in the city, not over here in the suburbs. But Heather can be able to tell you where you could go get, like a Groupon or a coupon code or something like that so you get your itchy scratchies taken care of. I was like, between me and you, why you got the itchy scratchies? I thought you was single. She said, I am single. But a girl likes to mingle. Okay, go on and get your mingle on. But wasn't you using protection? She was like, well, this man I've been seeing. And I was like, Captain Underpants. And she was like, yeah, Captain Underpants. We jokingly call him Captain Underpants, but it is not really for a good reason. Not that he runs around in just his underpants, but also he does run around in just his underpants. But that's the secret. You ain't heard that from me. She don't have no kids in the house, so she doesn't have kids to worry about influencing. But she met this man, God knows where, probably at the local soccer meet. Y'all look around, it might be one of your husbands. But Captain Underpants, he's not real good at his bathroom situation. And so as a result, she spends a lot of time doing his laundry, which, child, if you're the side piece, why are you doing laundry? But that ain't none of my business. But she said, he uses the bathroom and then he doesn't flush. And I was like, wait. So, like, if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. Like, that kind of, like, is he like an environmentalist? He's trying to preserve water, preserve the planet, which I really appreciate. Although, if you use the bathroom, I think you should flush no matter how environmentally unfriendly or friendly or whatever it is. She's like, no matter what he does in the bathroom, he does not flush. How are you still dating this man? And she's like, oh, well, he's real cute and he's real nice, except for the underpants problem. I said, what is the underpants problem? She's like, well, I do his laundry because, I'm just trying to be like a good partner. Isn't his wife supposed to be his good partner? Why you got to be his good partner? But she's like, so because he doesn't flush and he's not real good with toilet paper or like wipes or whatever, so his underwear end up with a situation. And so I've been using like all the Shout and the Tide and the everything. Let me understand this. You are dating a man who does not flush the toilet. He's married to somebody else. You don't have custody of your kids, but you out here on the social media telling everybody how to be better moms. P.S. It's real easy for you to be a real good mom because you see your kids like once every 3 months. Okay, I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you that much, and certainly not to your face. Although I did say to her, because I am not really one to bite my tongue. Heather, how you out here being a social media influencer and you don't even have custody of your kids? Not only do you not have custody of your kids, you rarely see your children. And she said semantics. Semantics? Okay. She's like, look, but that's not the point. He might have given me something that I'm gonna need to now get rid of. And I don't want to put that on my insurance because how's that gonna look on my insurance? So I need to be able to find a free or discounted clinic so I could go get this whole situation looked at and resolved. And I was like, wait, is it the kind of situation where you could just like get something over the counter and then you could be good? Or you're gonna need to get like a pharmaceutical? And she's like, modern medicine is going to have to hook me up here. Let me understand this. A man who does not flush has given you something that is going to require a modern medicine to get rid of. And she's like, yeah, but I don't have a lot of cash. Girl, I don't know why. It's not like you spend it on them kids. And she don't pay child support, but that ain't none of my business, child. That's just another story for another day. And so she was like, yeah, and so I'm going to need to find me a discount, get your nether region situation fixed up on a discount. And I was like, so let me understand this. You need a Groupon to the free clinic? You need like a discount code so you get your itchy scratchies taken care of? You are trifling. Not just a little bit trifling, you a whole lot trifling, because that is the most trifling thing I ever heard of in my life. And I am offended that you would think I would know something about this. Why would I know anything about this life? And then it occurred to me, oh, I know somebody who knows. I have never used one of these services. No shade to those who do. And if you need to get your situation fixed up, then you should go get your situation fixed up. So you're not out here spreading your nastiness to other people. Child, I don't know what's happening. I don't know. But I was like, listen, you're going to need to call Heather. And she said, Heather, do I know Heather? I said, yes. You know Heather. Heather is a social worker. And because she's a social worker, she has all the connections and she knows all the people. So call Heather. She said, can you call Heather for me? I was like, I don't want Heather to think this is me. And she's like, please, please, please. And I was like, okay, nasty heifer, but let me tell you something. First of all, you need to leave that man alone because he does not flush. He does not wash his behind real good. And that he don't wash his drawers at all. And now he's giving you the itchy scratchies. This is an entire nasty situation. She's like, I know. But if you could just call Heather. So I called Heather and I was like, Heather, girl, look, you ain't heard this from me. But a certain social media influencer, she immediately called the woman's name. She was like, wait. Head influencer in charge. And I was like, yes, girl, head influencer in charge. She needs to know where she could get a Groupon to get her little nether regions all fixed up, because now it's all, I don't know what's wrong with it. It's inflamed. It's itchy. I don't know. I was not trying to ask too many questions. When she pees, is it fire coming out like actual flame shooting into the toilet? I do not know. And she was like, okay, look, this is what you need to do. Instead of being out here in the suburbs where everybody knows everybody, drive the 6 miles and go into the city, go into a bad neighborhood, but you get you some free clinics and stuff, and they straighten you all out, and they're not going to ask no questions. They just going to give you a cream or a lotion or a pill or whatever. And I was like, girl, she said she needs pharmaceuticals. She's like, okay. Tell her to go to such and such clinic on 125th Street and ask for Dr. So-and-so, and she could get her situation all straightened out. So I was like, okay, I am horrified that I know this information, but it's good to know just in case. So I called the social media influencer back and I was like, influencer, girl, look, this is what you need to do. She was like, thank you so much, Kathy. I know you have all the detail. You are just such a help to me. And I said, please be clear so that there is no misunderstanding. This is a mess. If F around and find out was a person, child, her picture would be in the dictionary. Also, I need you to tell me that you're dropping this trifling man because he is trifling. And maybe the little whatever situation you have going on down in your nether regions comes because he don't wipe and he don't flush, and maybe his wife should be cleaning his drawers. And she's like, I know, but I really love him. You love him. Okay, I'm going to call back Heather and ask her if I could get the name of a therapist for you, because clearly you need a therapist and maybe you can influence the world into getting into therapy. Heather, you need a better help code worse than anybody I ever seen in your life. How's your kids? And she's like, oh, I don't know. I have to call them. How long has it been since you spoke to them? She's like, only like 2 or 3 weeks or something like that. I'm going to give them a call like next week. You are a momfluencer. You have not spoken to your children in a month. Okay. But also, before you do anything, make sure you get your situation straightened out. And she's like, can I come over so we can sit and talk? And I was thinking to myself, girl, I have a lot of soft furniture. I can't have you leaking your little juices or whatever onto my couch. I said, I'm busy. And she was like, aren't you on vacation this weekend? I said, mind your business. All of this to say, I myself love an influencer. Oh, I love them. Oh, you're going to tell me what outfit to wear? Girl, tell me all about the outfit. I follow a menopause influencer. It has changed my life. Now I know what vitamins to take, but I also see a doctor, right? This heifer, oh, she's up and coming. She's getting all these free trips and all this free whatever. And she's like, people keep inviting me and the kids to things, and I think that's unfair because, I really don't see my kids. Heifer. Okay, priority number 1, get the itchy scratchies cleared up. Now listen, she was like, I had crabs before, but the crabs went away. Like you went to Joe's Crab Shack? She was like, yeah. I'm gonna have to reconsider my friendships because I try to be open and loving and kind to others, but that heifer is over there being open and kind and loving to others. And by open, I mean her legs. When I say open, I mean my heart. She's open on a whole other level. And no. Also, I don't want none of that rubbing off on my furniture in my car, nothing like that. Maybe I can meet her in public places or not at all. She might need the 1-2 punch. You know the 1-2 punch. The block and delete. We don't. Maybe we don't need to be friends. Our kids are not even in the same school anymore. How does she even have my number? Oh, I haven't changed my cell phone number in like 15 years. It might be time for a change because really I have to ask myself, what does it say about me when a heifer with the itchy scratchies in her panties is calling me, asking me for a Groupon to get her nether regions fixed? No. I need to go reevaluate my life. I hope you have a good evening. And when you see these influencers all on the social media, oh, it looks pretty and everything is wonderful. You better watch yourself, honey, because all the glitters is not gold. But look, I didn't use no names. I didn't give any precise details. And you ain't heard none of this from me.